Practice some of the songs. Some of them you guys might have heard before if you've been in the live stream. Some of them you might not have heard before because I've made some progress. And practice for the upcoming album. I'm in the middle of like doing pre-production right now, getting all the stuff like really solid lined out. So that's what I'm trying to do, figure out ideas, do all that stuff, play through all what I got, show you guys, hang out, talk for a while. I didn't announce that I was going live anywhere today, so I figured if people jumped on, they did. If they didn't, I'd just delete this video and it would just be some more guitar practice for me. So we got a couple people in here though. What's up? We got 4 people in here right now. How is everyone? I'm doing fantastic today. I also decided that I was going to use drop G for my tuning for this whole album, which is like a 7-string guitar tuning with the top string tuned down and then all the strings tuned down another whole step. But I'm doing it all on a 6-string guitar, so it's pretty sweet. Alright, I'm gonna play through one of these songs real quick. That has a whole bunch of different layers of guitars and stuff, but right now it's just me playing with the like scratch drums. So you can't really get the full idea of what all's going on there, but there at that end of the song it all builds up and there's like 14 different guitars going on. And right now it was just me playing with it. So it's a little bit different sounding than what the full thing's going to sound like. What's up? There's a couple more people in here now. Sounds great. Thanks. I have no idea what you're saying there. I can't understand that, Alex. This is just the instrumental, like just guitar and drums right now. There will be vocals. Don't waste your time by understanding we are Romanians. Terrible day at work, ready to go home. Joshua Coe's in here. Just discovered that he's from my country, so I talked in our language. Nice. I mean, that's awesome for you guys, but I just can't understand. So if you're trying to talk to me, I wouldn't know what you're saying. Hold on. We'll go to another song here. still haven't built that idea out a whole bunch. That's what I'm currently like working on expanding. I think that idea is gonna be really good though. I like the way it sounds. Not bad. Kind of reminds me of modern day Babylon. Nice. I really like them. Or their first. I think I've only listened to like their first thing that they did. So I will take that as a compliment. Nice and crunchy. Here's a fast song. fun to play. Really like the style you embrace. I'm interested in that album. Awesome. I hope a lot of people are interested in this album because it's coming. I really can't wait to get this out. I've been working on it a ton. Staying up until like 3 o'clock in the morning every morning, working on different designs. I've been doing a lot of working on shirt designs. I'm doing everything myself. Had to learn Adobe Illustrator. Been working on that. Different designs for merchandise, album stuff, all the music. I got this new computer now, so I can actually like fully like realize my sounds and stuff. Any band influence on this album? There's a lot of influence on this album from a lot of different stuff. I've listened to, everything. Some of the music I've had written for like close to 10 years. And I'm just kind of like revamping it and making it newer. And some of it I wrote like yesterday. I came up with like a whole half of a song yesterday, just out of nowhere. So I just sat here and recorded the idea and got it all out. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. But a lot of this stuff I've been working on for a long time, and I'm excited to actually just get it out. I've been doing a lot of photography stuff lately. I actually have a photo shoot in like an hour and a half. So I figured I would just get in some guitar practice and come chat with you guys for a while. I haven't done this. I used to do these live streams every Saturday, and then it just got too much. I just didn't have the time to sit and do it with everything else going on. So I'm trying to expand as much as I can. If you guys, I'm sure, have noticed, I haven't been doing the reaction videos as much lately. And it's just, I got another copyright claim earlier for one of the videos. It's just, that whole side of things got frustrating as hell. On the other side of the ocean, it's nice. Right here, it's 4:55 p.m. right now. For me. So it's going to be like a sunset type of vibe for the photo shoot. That's why if I have the choice for the time, I always try to plan it to where we're shooting in the golden hour. Where do you live? I live in Missouri, in the United States. I'm gonna play through another one. that one. That was a hella beautiful riff. Thanks. Appreciate that. Now this next thing is something that no one has heard, and it's a riff that I've had for like 10 years. Like I actually made this song up. You can tell, I'm sure you'll be able to tell, it's a little bit more generic, I guess you could call it. I wrote this whenever I was like 16 years old, whenever I had my band in high school, and we had it with them, but we never finished the song or did anything with it. So I just kind of programmed the drums the other day and have been messing with it a little bit to see what all I could turn it into. So this is the bare bones version of something that might come. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not yet, but no one's heard this one. You guys will be the first. Whoops. I missed the intro. I'm not sure how I even feel about that whole thing. Like it's very like. I normally don't repeat. I don't know if you guys have like noticed in my songs. I don't repeat parts hardly ever. And that one's like verse, and then verse slower, and then chorus part, and then back to the same verse, and then back to the chorus again, and then that little outro thing. Like, I would definitely have to do some finagling with that to get it to where I would be happy with it, but I think it like sounds good. Sometimes it's hard to invent a good generic catchy riff. See, that's where I'm good. Like I could whip out something right now. Have you seen that write a song and record it in an hour challenge thing that like it was popular like a year ago? I think I'm going to do that because I can write anything quick and make like a quick easy thing, but I just have trouble finishing things and being happy with it because I'm like stupid perfectionist and I don't like anything to not be, you know, I don't know. Why don't you form a band? I do have a band. It's myself. This is the pre-production for my album, which I'm going to be writing all of it myself, recording all of it myself, and I might have a couple guest people on the album. But the new music, I'm hoping to have everything written, recorded, and finished by this fall. So a couple months. Yeah, I think I will do that. The whole do a song in an hour type thing. Because I have no doubt that I could do it. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. This is another one that no one has heard yet. And this is a newer one. I just made this up. I don't know why, but to me, the way it's played, it has like a Slipknot type of feel, kind of. It's more like thrashy than all the other stuff that I've made, which I kind of like that about it. It's a little bit different. And that's kind of what I like about my whole style. I don't, like, some stuff sounds like metalcore, some stuff sounds like djenty, some stuff is like completely clean. I haven't showed you guys on here at all any of the super clean stuff that I have, but some of it's like really clean, melodic, fully type stuff. And then some of it's like thrashier type stuff, like this song right here. I don't know. You can be the judge, I guess. There's that idea. And that will obviously go off into like an actual whole song. But that's like the idea that I'm going to be building off of. And it sounds like completely different than pretty much anything else that I have. It's like just starts out with that. I think it's just like a cool way to start the song. And then that whole and then double time it, and then have the kick drum underneath too. And go to the more melodic things. I don't know why I even got the Slipknot type vibe from that, but especially that. It sounds like something they might do. And that's the way, what came to mind whenever I did the drums for it too, was that. Cool. You guys like that too. Okay, so this one, I'll just show you guys a whole bunch of stuff I haven't showed anybody. This one, hold on, let me just sit over here. This one was just like a random idea that popped in my head one day, but it's off time. It's like completely off time. So I had to like figure out how I was going to put drums to it and make it fit. I don't know. I'll just have to show you. This one I have the guitars recorded on here, so I'll just show you it playing. that one's got, like, I really like the way that one sounds. Going in between the different drum beats during it. I really like this part right here. Where the drums go more straightforward. Where the drums go more straightforward on the beat right here. I don't know. That's a good idea that I'm excited about. This one really needs vocals. They'll all have vocals. All the songs will have vocals. I haven't even got to that point at all with any of them yet. This next one I'll show you is the one I was talking about. I made it up yesterday. Like, the whole idea just came in my head. There's like 4 different guitar parts in it. Yeah, just like all of a sudden this just popped in my head. Like the clean underneath, the part over the top, all that, it just popped in my head. So this is what that sounds like. This was just me getting the idea out, just so I didn't forget it, basically. That's what it sounds like when something just flops in my head and I have to like just get it out because I know it's going to end up being good. Like this, it has this clean underneath, this is the first thing that popped in my head, was that clean section. And then I was like, well, something's got to go over the top of that. So then I did this over the top of that, which is like a little lead harmonized. So I figured that has to have something underneath it to carry everything. So then I recorded those 2 things, so that's all it was originally. And then I sat here and figured out how to put something underneath, some sort of a rhythm, what chords would match underneath. It has kind of like a Killswitch Engage type vibe to me. That's what I was kind of thinking in my head. And then I wanted it to like have not just chords behind it, but then have that whole intro section kind of build and then hit in and have a rhythm underneath with those same chords. But I just do it in a... Hold on, I'm doing a live stream.
Okay.
My children are making slime. They want to show me what their slime looks like. So anyways, I put this rhythm underneath all of it, and then put the drums to all of that. I think right there it's going to transition into something else because I think that section goes on a little bit too long at this point. But for the sake of just seeing what it would sound like, I continued that rhythm underneath with some drums and kind of switched up the drums a little bit to see what it would sound like as like a verse type thing. So this is what that sounds like. Maybe like later in the song that would appear, you know, like call back to what started it. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyways, but that's how I come up with ideas. That's how I like something as simple as that little tiny clean thing will pop in my head and I'll be like, shit, I need to record this right now. And it sucks whenever I'm like at work and I have to be there for 10 hours and I have something like that in my head. What I'll actually do then sometimes is I'll go like I paint at work. I paint boats. So I'll go back behind the paint booth where no one is and it's quiet, like for the only part of the plant that it's quiet, and I'll hum it. I'll hum the idea into my phone and just record it. And then whenever I get home, I'll figure out whatever that sounds like on the guitar and then record it. That's like the life of a musician that has to do that. But I guess you do what you got to do to get the ideas, and stuff that pops up like that randomly. I know it's going to be good and like sound good. All I need to do is figure out the layers to it. So right there's 6 different guitar parts going on at that time, but it sounds good together. Drums are cool too. You also play drums. I do also play drums, but these drums are just programmed in. Gave me After the Burial vibes. I think I've only heard one song by them, that one that I did the video to. I did the reaction or review to. Can't remember what that song was called. Behold the Crown, I think, maybe? Something like that. Someone said something up here. For the love of music, check out Meshuggah Clockworks. Give the band another chance because it was painful to know what you think of them after the Bleed video. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan after that. I kind of went into that with the wrong expectation. Like, I try not to go into those sorts of things with any sort of an expectation. And that was also one of the first, that was one of the initial reactions that I did. So I was pretty new to it then. And yeah, I'm going to keep the reactions sprinkled in sometimes, but that's not going to be the main thing on my channel anymore. Mainly because of the damn copyright. Like, I'm sure I could pump out more reactions and grow the subscribers more and stuff faster, just like I have been doing or had been doing. But that whole system that they have, the copyright stuff, is broken. Like, I spent so many hours and hours and hours doing that, and all it is basically promoting their music to thousands of people, and they just block it, copyright, or take all the money for it. Basically, no matter what. I think I only have like 4 of the reactions that I did that for that whole entire time that weren't copyrighted, with the money taken to them instead of me. I will probably do a reaction to that, the Meshuggah one, because that one was requested a whole bunch whenever I did that originally. Okay. Okay. I'm busy at the moment. Okay.
My slime is super light pink, and I just sides and the back and the front, and then I pulled it. It made a huge bass, and I flipped it sideways, and then I crunched it. It makes it like pop, 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 loudest noise ever.
It did?
Yeah.
That sounds really, really interesting. Let me finish this up in a little bit and I'll come watch.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Shut the door.
She's so excited about the slime. It is light pink and she folded it and popped it and it made the loudest noise ever, she said. Kids are funny. Can't wait to have children. My children were unexpected and like it's like the greatest thing ever and is also the most frustrating thing ever. It's like equally as like on one hand it is the best feeling ever, like that's half of me that's just walked in right there, but man, it's rough having children. And we had ours a year and a half apart. I think it would have been easier to have twins, two like at the same stage, because as soon as she got like, I was actually on her birthday, the day of her first birthday, we found out that my fiance was pregnant with my son. And I was like, oh shit, they're gonna be a year and a half apart. Yeah, they were a year and I think 6.5 months apart. Yeah, it's awesome having kids. Like, I don't regret having children. It wasn't planned by no stretch of the imagination was it planned, but the way that they like play and fight, and it just reminds me of me whenever I was a kid, because my son acts like exactly like me. He's like a wild child, and that's how I was as a kid. I was super, super hyper and just like wanted to climb everything and jump on everything, and that's how he is. And he's only 3. She's 5, and he's about to turn 4. And yeah, it's cool. And they're showing an interest in, like, I do pictures and videos all the time, and music and stuff like that. When my daughter was very first born, I would sit and play guitar for her in her little bouncy thing. I would sit there and play guitar and sing to her, and I made up some songs on the piano for her, and I would just play those little things anytime she was around. And she's shown like a pretty big interest in doing that. Anytime she comes in here, she wants to play the piano, so she'll sit there and press the little keys down. And they have a little pink guitar, like a little it's not even a real guitar, but it's like a little toy one. And whenever I'm in here practicing, they'll come in here and sit in the chair and just sit there and hit their strings along with me and stuff. And anytime they're doing anything, they're making the YouTube video. So they'll be playing in the hallway, and my daughter will be like, all right guys, so today we're blah 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 blah, like she's talking to a camera, but she's not even talking to anything except for herself. It's pretty funny. I hope for their sake that I can get successful enough to do this as my job, and like show them that this is possible to do this sort of thing and go after it, and like keep that, because what they're seeing right now is the hard part, where I'm working a full-time job, I'm trying to make an album, I'm trying to do photography and video stuff on the side, I'm trying to make YouTube videos, and they're seeing like the absolute hardest point that it's going to be for me, and seeing them do all that stuff, and like following me and looking up to me, that is like incredible to me, and makes me want to like even even harder, try to push for this. It's just awesome feeling. I have two parts of me that walk around my house and look up to me and are starting to follow in that creative sort of direction. And that's an awesome thing. I can't wait till they get a little bit older and they can actually start playing instruments, or if they want to, because even before I had kids, I thought that would be the coolest thing in the world, is to like eventually have kids and then be able to actually play instruments with them. Like if they could sit in here and actually play with me, like play, they could play guitar, I could play guitar, they could play piano, I could play guitar, whatever. I hope you'll have success with this. I mean, talented and hard worker. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just trying to do something bigger than work at a factory for the rest of my life. Like that is the absolute worst thing. And I get that this is like a first world problem, like a lot of people talk about. Like I have a job, I provide for my family, yes, but barely. And I do it doing something that I hate to do every day. The ultimate goal for me, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to do, like, I don't want, not that I would hate it, but I don't want millions and millions and millions of people to follow me. The only thing that I want to do is to be able to make a living and support my family, live comfortably, doing what I actually love to do, which I have a lot of different passions. So doing pictures and videos and music. That's why I'm trying to diversify my channel a little bit right now. If you guys have, I haven't been posting as much because I've been trying to get all this stuff set in place, but I'm going to start pumping out more consistent content, but I'm going to diversify it between photo stuff, video related stuff, music related stuff. I'm going to document a whole process of how I'm going about recording whenever I start officially recording for the album, the full finished album, like, drums, guitar, bass, and vocal recording and editing and stuff. I'm going to document that and make videos on that, make a whole series of recording my album here at home, show you how I'm doing it and all that stuff. So I'm excited for that sort of thing, and to move into more original direction rather than just doing the reactions. The thing that reactions are really good at bringing new people in, though. That's why I don't want to completely get rid of that, because that's a very searchable thing, especially on YouTube. And like YouTube is a search engine, just like people use Google, people use YouTube for search for things, and a lot of people seem to like that. And that's why I started doing it, was that was an area where I thought I could bring in some of my knowledge on the video and music production aspects of things, and it worked out well. Like everyone likes it. It's just very, very frustrating to put all that work into it and hours of doing it, and you get nothing in return, basically, at all. Like there's no hope for me to make reactions and live off of it, ever, because all of the money goes to someone else. And that's like the end goal, is to be able to do this for a living. Glad I subscribed months and months ago. You great. Thank you. I think you should start in the future to contact other small YouTubers who share similar things, and with this you can get faster. What do you want? Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I actually there's a YouTuber from Germany, I believe he's from. He's got 150 something thousand subscribers, and he actually contacted me, and we might be working on some stuff. It's not set in stone yet, so I don't want to officially say that, but he's got, I think it's like 151,000 subscribers in Germany, and he's got like really big in Germany. and he actually emailed me, and so that was cool for one, like to even have someone who's that much more successful reach out to me and see what I'm doing and like show appreciation for that and want me to work with them. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, Alex Terrible. I've heard about that guy. And that's like what this whole thing is for me. It's like I want to doing reactions, like I like to do that actually. And I hate that it makes me not want to do it because like every time, like it took me like 5 or 6 hours to do all those videos on every one of them and have over 100. So however much time that is to do all that stuff, and I literally got nothing out of it. The only money that I've got from YouTube at all is what you guys have given me in super chats in the live streams. And then I got so busy doing other things that I couldn't even do the live streams. So that, I don't know. But anyways, I am going to be working on different ways to actually monetize what I'm doing. Okay. Like I'm designing merchandise right now. There'll be shirts, hoodies, all that type of stuff. I'm going to be making a Patreon account. I'm pretty sure I've been looking into that a lot. Like I've read and listened to some podcasts and stuff with the owner, the dude who made Patreon, because I didn't want to jump on to like you see a lot of people advertising Patreon, all that stuff, blah 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 blah. I wanted to make sure that it's something that I would want to do and that it would actually be beneficial for the people who would sign up for it, if there was anyone that signed up for it, to help me out. And I want to make sure that if I do that, I give back something that's actually valuable enough for people to monetarily help support me, because the last thing I would ever want to do is have people give me money for nothing. And that's been the reason I haven't made one before now. But from everything I've read and listened to and seen about it, it seems like a pretty decent way, and you can set your own different things that people like the tiers or whatever they call them, that people can pick what they pay and stuff. It's so I don't know. That's another thing I've been thinking about trying to do, and with the t-shirts and stuff, I'll have shirts for my actual band, which would be Alone Above Earth, which is what the channel was called before I switch it to my name. So that's the actual band name of me. Like that's what my music is going to be released under. So then I'll have the album for sale pretty soon. So I'll have that. I'll be also recording some actual music videos, and those will be up on YouTube for those songs and music that I make. So I'll be doing that. I'll probably do guitar playthrough videos and stuff of my songs. And then I'm also going to do more photography, more videography and editing type stuff. So those littler videos that I can pump out a little bit more frequently and hit some different markets instead of just the people looking for music reactions on YouTube. I can tap into the photography side of things because that's what I do. Like I have my own business doing that. I think I'm pretty good at it. I mean, you can always get better, but I really like the way I'm doing it, and compared to the professionals that are doing it for a living, I think my stuff pretty much compares to that. So doing that and showing that side of things can help open up that side of the market. The video production stuff, there's a lot of people that are interested in that. I think I do a pretty good job in that. We show that stuff, and then also the music production, recording. I'll still do the reactions every once in a while. So I'm branching out instead of being like a one-trick pony. You know, I'm an all-trick pony, all-around creative type thing. That's what I'm looking to do. I think if you just put all your eggs in one basket, as they say, whether that's with YouTube in general, like it could disappear. If that was to become my main source of income, it could disappear overnight. There's nothing preventing that from happening, and like that would give me no safety net whatsoever. So if I diversify what I'm doing in YouTube and then also have the separate platforms and my own merchandise and also my own music to sell, all that stuff, that is going to separate all my different incomes and stuff. And then I also have my photo and video business that I do. I'm working, building, expanding a lot of stuff that you guys don't know about, like all that stuff that I've been working on. So you guys, there's 4 people in here right now, or that's what it shows anyways. You guys are the first to know any of this, so I'm excited. Like I'm super super excited to get things going. Also, I'm going to be making a podcast. I know that you hear a lot of people talking about podcasts these days, but it's expanding very rapidly, and I think that would be a pretty cool sort of thing to get into. It would almost be like the live streams here, but I could like actually talk out ideas and talk about different subjects because I've got a lot of different areas of things that I like to talk about and know a lot about. And it wouldn't be you know, for YouTube you try to chop out as much as you can and keep it short and concise. But podcasts you can like actually like fully talk about things and people expect a little longer form of content, and I could talk to different people. I could have them on. I could, you know, the basically it's unlimited potential with that, with very very little loss. I guess is how I could say that. The potential for it to succeed is very very high, and the potential for me to lose anything doing it is basically zero because I already have the microphones. The only thing I'm going to buy is a cloud lifter, it's called, to help the microphone input signal sound a little bit better with the voice, which I was going to get anyways for the vocal recording. So that's nothing different that I'm going to have to get. So I'm losing zero, even if no one listens to it whatsoever. I'm still losing nothing except for the amount of time it takes me to record it. And yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to be doing. I need to figure out a good name for it though, because like the YouTube channel is now my name. My music is going to be under Alone Above Earth, but I want the podcast to be something that's like accessible to anything. I could talk about anything at all, and I don't know. I was thinking all around creative, like that as a title, but I don't know if that has been taken. I'm assuming it has. I haven't looked into that yet. That way I could talk about anything I wanted, and you know. Anyways, these are thoughts that I have. I'm kind of rambling because I've not done a live stream and been able to talk to anybody lately. I'm excited. I'll try to support when I can. I appreciate that greatly. Even just anybody watching the content or listening or sharing, you know? A long time ago, like talk about anything. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I really like the longer, like the people that I watch on YouTube and that have podcasts. I almost like their podcast stuff more because you get to like this sort of talk, but in a longer form, and you get to like actually listen to their thoughts and stuff. That's something I'm really, really interested in. And I think a lot of other people are too. That's why the podcast platforms are expanding so rapidly right now. And everyone is jumping on doing a podcast because people like it. I think people are getting that for a long time, people got away from longer form entertainment, like trying to make videos on YouTube and stuff shorter and shorter and shorter. Then you had Vine and all that stuff that popped up because people's attention span was like, little to nothing. And I think with people on the move so much and able to listen to like Audible audiobooks and stuff like that on their way to work and podcasts and stuff, or if you have a drive or you just sit at a cubicle all day, you can listen to a podcast in your ear and still do all the other stuff that you're supposed to do. That's what I do at my job, actually. I've been listening to the podcast. Like, all I do is I tape off boats and prep them for the paint, and then paint them, and then like let them dry, paint them again. So all that stuff, I don't need to. I do it every single day, and I'm done like half a day early every day. I just have all that time that I'm just listening to someone learning some stuff that I wouldn't normally have learned otherwise in my ear while I'm doing all the same stuff. That's why I think podcasts are so good and thriving so much right now. Do your neighbors complain from the noise? No, why would they? We got kids. The neighbors have kids too. I don't think anyone expects children to be silent. I do car detailing and I listen to podcast music all day. Yeah. I just like that you can like do something else and have it going on and just focus on that. I think it's a good thing. The only thing is getting a podcast from the ground up is probably pretty difficult. I would expect to build it from nothing, like to get it off the ground. But I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so. Let's see. I need to wrap this up. Been on here for an hour. I've got a photo shoot here in a little bit. I need to get everything all ready and prepared for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, listening to the music. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up, as you've heard me ramble on about now for forever. So appreciate all you guys in here. Really means a lot. And I will see you guys with a new video probably tomorrow on the YouTube channel. Probably tomorrow. Finish up this photo shoot tonight, get a good idea, and I'll release something. So thank you again. Appreciate you. I'll see you soon.